What's up, guys? Welcome to Among the Fence. My name is Aaron, and if it's your first time seeing one of my videos, I'd like to welcome you to my channel where I do music reviews and we just chill and talk about all the things that we love or hate. And if you have anything you want to review, leave a comment below letting me know what it is, and I will make it happen for you. But for today's review, we're going to be checking out the new album Glow On by the band Turnstile. Turnstile is a hardcore punk band from Maryland. They started around 2010, and Glow On is their third studio album, and they only have 3 EPs as well, so they don't really have a whole lot of stuff that they've released so far in the past 11 years, basically an album every 3 years, give or take. And I gotta admit that I've never really been that into this band. I've never had a song that I just couldn't quit listening to, an album that completely blown me away. I mean, they do make good music that I do enjoy. I don't necessarily dislike it, but there's nothing, everything that I'm absolutely amazed by. All the way up until the point when I started to hear the singles being released for Glow On. That's when they started to catch my interest a little bit more, just because it was so different than what I was expecting to hear from them. Glow On opens up with the track Mystery, which has this kind of glimmering intro and a slow pounding guitar riff in the verse. The vocals are loud, like they're being shouted at you, but they're not like in front of the mix, so it gives it a whole different kind of presence to the song, and the bass line is very bouncy, and it's just an overall sonically powerful sounding song. The lyrics are catchy, and it even has like a little guitar solo at the end, which I wasn't really expecting. It goes directly into the second song, Blackout, which it starts out with verse 1, which has a pretty steady build-up. It goes directly into the second verse, and the riff is good, but it just sounds a little too familiar, I guess you could say. But the lead guitar in the chorus has a great melody to it, and it adds a lot of depth to the song. And the drums in the post-chorus, specifically the cowbell, is a lot of fun. The lyrics are interesting, especially like the metaphors, and then the breakdown at the end is just absolutely sick. Don't Play starts out with this very funky groove, and it's very like in your face. The vocals and the music together remind me a lot of like a more aggressive song by the Red Hot Chili Peppers called Real Men Don't Kill Coyotes. It's a very old song from them. I believe it might be off their first album. And it's like that until the bongos take over in the chorus, and then the breakdown comes in really heavy by slowing the pace down of the entire song before going into kind of a glam solo thing. And then you have a song like Humanoid Shake It Up, which it's literally, it sounds like they had 2 song ideas. They didn't really know how to complete them, or they just didn't really flow into a completion. So they kind of put them together in a way, but it works really well. It's like an interlude with lyrics, basically. And there's like a Clash Ramones kind of influence to it, at least in the Humanoid section of the song. It's got a fun synthesizer sound, but when it transitions into the Shake It Up part, it becomes a lot heavier with distorted guitars, and it sounds like it starts to take itself a little bit more seriously. I enjoyed the song Holiday, which has a bass-driven intro, which is joined in by some bouncy rhythm and loud vocals. The rhythm in the chorus is really cool, and I also loved how the verses had a little bit more of a hardcore vibe to it. And the song before it, Underwater Boy, is great. It's like a shoegaze kind of track. It's got like a wobbly guitar effect, and even the vocals have like this spacey effect on it as well. The chorus is extremely unexpected, specifically because of the build-up. Like, you expect it to go a little bit more hardcore in a sense, have distorted guitars, a big riff, and just be louder, more in your face, but it's the exact opposite of that. Holds on to that shoegaze, and I loved it quite a bit. Code Orange has a couple features on this album as well, and the songs Endless and Alien Love Call. Endless has like a Pennywise kind of influence to it in the verses that I liked a lot, and then when Code Orange comes in, brings a lot more warmer vocal presence, which adds a lot to the song. I just wish the song was a little bit longer, but it does end with a pretty sweet breakdown. While Alien Love Call is a lot more calmer, it's got like a twinkling guitar chord with some smooth drum work. It feels like you're in like a daydream, specifically in the Code Orange part when he comes in the second verse. There's a spoken word section in the outro, which is kind of weird, but this song has like an 80s kind of throwback feel to it, so it kind of fits the song at least a little bit. I don't really have a favorite song on this album, but if I had to pick one, it would probably be Fly Again. It has a beautiful guitar melody with a driving guitar riff. The metaphors in this song are great, and the random guitar solo after the post-chorus, it just sounds so freaking good. And the chorus itself is very simple, but it's effective. It makes the chorus sound huge. I also enjoyed the song New Heart Design, which has like a 80s kind of theme to it, especially in like the vocal performance when it's got like the echo thing, and also the music as well. The chorus is very very catchy, and it has a solid hook. And the lyrics are either about they're either about depression or drug use, or maybe both. I enjoyed the song Wild World a lot. It's got a creative drum sound to it and a bunch of hey yeahs in the intro, which I don't normally care for. It's got a solid hardcore punk riff to it in the verse, though, that I liked a lot. And the chorus is a little bit more attitude. The lyrics get a little bit personal, but not too much, just a little bit. I would definitely say the vocal point of this song would be the riff. That's like the main standout thing for me. The song directly after it, Dance Off, I didn't really care for all that much. It's got some bouncy music to it that might inspire a dance off. It definitely has a My Sharona kind of beat to it, specifically in like the bass line and a squeaky guitar solo, which I thought was kind of weird, but it still fits the song. I just didn't really care for the song in general. Just the all around song, it just didn't do anything for me. The song TLC stands for Turnstile Loves Connection. It's got a traditional sounding hardcore punk riff to it, and the vocals, and even how the lyrics are kind of repeated a lot in an aggressive kind of way fits that traditional kind of sound as well. The bridge is a lot of fun, and I love how this song doesn't take itself too seriously, which can be said about majority of the songs on this album, to be honest. The song directly after it, No Surprise, which is basically like it's another vocal driven interlude kind of song, which it could have been its own, like an actual song if they found a way to expand it a little bit more. It just sounds so good. But it is a good segue into the last song, Lonely Desires, which is another Blood Orange feature. And I gotta say, Blood Orange absolutely kills it in the first verse again with like a punk riff. The vocals just add just so much depth to it between Turnstile and Blood Orange. It's a very graceful closing track for this album, and it fits it perfectly, even though it is a little short. And I love how it kind of like fades out, leaving like the last minute, you just think it's going to be just nothing and the album's over, but then it comes back in, and it's really cool how they did that. I really love how you have to listen to like this whole album to really get it. You can't really go through and just pick out random songs to listen to and get the gist of the album. It'd be like reading one chapter out of a book. It would just be taken out of context, and you wouldn't get the whole experience. And not only that, but it's easy to sit down and listen to this whole album. It's only 34 minutes long. It's 15 songs, which sounds like a lot, but like the longest song on here is 2 minutes and like 50 seconds. And on average, I would say the rest of the songs are about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So it goes by very quick. And a lot of albums, you can pick out different songs and you can have like a favorite song or a song that sticks out the most. But on this album, there isn't really a song that's a clear like winner, like the best song on the whole album. Sure, there's ones that stand out a little bit more, but to me, it's not really all that much to make that big of a difference, if I'm going to be honest. Unfortunately, that's also this album's downfall. You can't really only listen to like a few songs because you won't get it. You'll only be looking at like a section of this beautiful painting, like a tiny little corner of it. And not only that, but if you listen to like 5 of the songs on this album and they happen to be the more calm shoegaze kind of 80s vibe kind of songs, you won't even know what this album's about. You'll be like, yeah, it's a chill album, and you'll be missing the 9 songs on this album that are more hardcore and in your face. And if you tell somebody like, oh yeah, like Glow On, that album it's super chill. It's like very calm. It doesn't even sound like a hardcore punk song. You'll have no idea what you're talking about whatsoever. So you really do have to listen to the album in its entirety to understand why there's a shoegaze song thrown in between these 2 hardcore songs. And that is also the magic of it. So it's kind of like a 2-edged sword. But I mean, otherwise, if you listen to 1 or 2 songs, it won't be there for you. Even if you do enjoy it, you still won't get all you can out of it. I will say though that this album it's kind of like a game changer for hardcore punk. Like these guys brought something completely different than what I'm used to hearing from them, and even just like the genre in general. And I feel like Turnstile, like I said, they didn't really take themselves too seriously. It's not like they set out and they're like, we're gonna change the game, we're gonna make it completely different. They're just here having fun, singing about life, and kind of doing whatever they want, but they know how to do it well. They know how to make a song be really chill and you can just sit back and relax to it. And they know how to make a song that makes you want to get up and start throwing your fist in the air. So with all that said, I got to give Glow On by Turnstile a 7.9 out of 10. I enjoyed Glow On a lot more than any of the other albums I've heard from Glow On. I guess the only other 2 albums I've heard from them. But I want to know what you guys think. What did you think of Glow On? Leave a comment below letting me know what you thought, and let me know what you would rate it. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to give it a like, and leave a comment below letting me know what I should review next. If you want to see more of my reviews and you don't want to miss out, please consider subscribing and ringing the bell icon. I'm so close to 500 subscribers, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for that goal. I'm not sure what kind of video I'm going to come out with. I had an idea, but I don't know if it'll work. But we'll see. I might have something kind of cool planned. And doing any of those things helps me out more than you could ever imagine. And even just taking your time to watch my video, and if you hate it, and after like 4 or 5 minutes you leave a dislike, still thank you, even though you didn't make it to this part of the video for me to thank you. I still appreciate it more than you guys will ever know. So I hope you all have a good rest of your day or night, whenever you happen to be watching this, and I will talk to you guys next time.
I was